My name is Gautam, and I'm a CSE major, and I'm a third year, and I'm from Bay Area, Fremont.
I'm also from the Bay Area in Fremont. My name is Ashwin Chembu, and I'm actually a transfer from UC Santa Cruz, and I'm studying computer science here at UC Davis.
The app that we're working on is called Tallyrus. It's an AI grading app for teachers to grade their students' essays quicker and much more efficiently.
The specific problem Tallyrus is helping solve is the fact that teachers spend 10 to 16 hours a week just grading papers. That time could be better spent interacting with students, helping them in their specific assignments as opposed to just grading stuff and giving it back to them months later, really closing up that feedback loop of from when they wrote the essay to what they did wrong to understand so they can apply those concepts in the next essay has been a really big issue for a lot of teachers, and we hope Tallyrus is going to improve that.
We've worked on multiple projects before. I've known him since second grade, so we're really close friends. I was a big, tinkerer in the sense of I would always build little things, circuits, stuff like that. So my interest in entrepreneurship came through that with hardware. I started off with creating a fire detection system for our community because the Fremont area was kind of getting really ravaged by fires. And we sent it to a science fair project, which actually got recognized by Yale. After that, I started getting into programming and then web development. I tried to create based on something that I need. I was using ChatGPT a lot, but the problem was that every single time I needed to write a specific prompt, it was just really tedious for me to do. And eventually I just said, you know what, why not just teach myself full stack programming? It took me a good 3 months, vigorously doing it, but it's doable. I created a tool called Pergy, and that was basically a system for people to save their ChatGPT prompts online. I was showing it to my friends, and some of them were using it. But one of my friends specifically said, what if I kind of turn it to a niche use case like teachers and ed tech? Ashton and I are both also tutors. We saw that there's a big market in the sense of just teacher-student efficiency, and that's how we came up with Tallyrus.
Learning how to even start a startup was a whole thing. Doing it with your friend is a difficult thing at first, but once you guys go over initial hurdles, it's really rewarding at the end.
I've worked with him for so long, I know him for so long, so I know his strengths, I know his weaknesses, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. So that kind of helped a lot in the first initial part of lifting off.
I've always been about learning more about how to serve customers. I've had roles in the past where I've had to serve customers working fast food or as a swim coach, or even as a tutor like Gautam mentioned earlier. Then the other half, which is programming, which I've been really, involved in since I was a really young kid. Putting this together has been really valuable for me, and I'm glad I've been able to interact with similar people who feel the same way about putting together these two spheres of their lives.
First thing we did was just reach out to all the professors or all the teachers that we had in our high school and junior high. In total so far we've had 15 teachers reach out back to us, and about 2-3 teachers currently using our platform consistently. The first break was when we finally got our first teacher onboarded, right? The first teacher that replied to our email, honestly, was a big moment for us, right? I'm not trying to replace teachers, and again, this does use AI, so we don't think that AI is going to replace teachers. It's just teachers that use AI will replace teachers that don't. So Plasma's been great. The biggest thing is not even the resources, all the tools that we get. It's honestly just more the interactions that we see. So there's so many more cohorts that when we interact with, we have no idea that wow, you guys took a different perspective on this than we did. When we made a pitch deck, we had no idea how to put together a pitch deck. But Professor Anderson's honestly the one that helped us to even start our pitch deck and edit it to such a capacity where we won the slug tank competition. So we really gotta thank him for that. We want to start a competition in Santa Cruz, and it's called the Slug Tank. And in that, we go ahead and pitch our business idea to investors and other judges. We won first place in that, and we have a grant of $2,000 that we're using towards our startup right now.
It was really, not only was it a great experience because we were able to compete and be able to get that prize money at the end, but it also helped us really hone in on what our company was doing, why we were doing it, and how we were going to execute our plan in the future.